Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. This is the semifinals of the Wednesday night jackpot my local club runs. We started at 7. I've already had 2 matches. Won my first, lost my second convincingly. No, I didn't play so well in my second, but yeah, I lost to Dougie, who is now waiting in the finals for the winner of this one. Got Brad on the bottom, Frank on the top. This is a 7-point match. Yeah, okay, so Brad was blitzing. Looks like he has a cube coming up. A good play by Frank, duplicating the hitting 4s there. So maybe this should go double take. Yeah, I mean the take seems pretty clear, I guess, but I don't know. Brad has this nice racing edge. A lot of blitz potential. Frank has a nice 5-point made, and he's not up on the bar yet. So I would say if Frank takes this, it's good cube handling. Now, maybe he should be like a little cautious due to the score, a little bit. But even so, I would take that. Great. It's not what you want to see after you nicely duplicate 4s, that's for sure. I was going to try setting it up, but not sure I can get it. Set it up in XG. I don't know if I have the position right. 25 pips. All right, so Brad has a tough choice here. He can either make the awesome 5 points, or he can hit loose and spread builders everywhere. I mean, given that the builders are pretty awesome, if he does this, they can play 13 to 11 here. It's a pretty good argument for this. Like, you make the 5. Okay, so he rolls a 4, and he has like a pretty decent holding game. Meanwhile, getting hit doesn't seem that bad. So I think I would take this approach, even though it's the 5-point he's foregoing. It's not. I wouldn't say this is an easy play by any means, though. Okay, he goes for it. It did work. And I'd probably play 13 to 9 with the 4 just to get the extra guy in the zone. It's a little more diverse, but I don't know. It says maybe a bit much. And you're not getting the extra checker in the zone. I mean, it's sort of good for disengagement, so it's not crazy. But yeah, I probably would have just played 13 to 9, you know. All right, completes the closeout. So what was this? Oh, this is a 7-point match. 1 to 2. So I think this was the cube position. Yeah, pretty big take. Still a cube though. Like for money it's like a marginal double and huge take. So I think this there's 1 away. I'm sorry, this 1 to 2 score, 6 away, 5 away. I guess you have a little reason to be aggressive. You know, if you double and win, you get to this comfortable 4 away score. And you're down in the match a little bit. So I guess that all makes sense. Okay, Brad should just be playing as safely as possible here, I suppose. So I suppose this is the safest play. Like there actually, maybe you can even clear the 5-point actually. Clear the 5-point. Like I think clearing the 5-point is 0 blot numbers, and you let him enter more, and you kind of better spares. So it was a little safer to clear the 5. Maybe he was thinking there was like a tiny chance for black to save the gammon, but I don't know. Also, I guess Brad's play wins some fraction of a percent backgammons, you know. So it was probably right on the border there. So let's see. Oh, he rolled 4 right away. 1, 2, 3. Suppose he played it like this. Right, this is the 2-2, I guess. I mean, the argument for making the 5 is that is the 5 point, right? But I think the fact that getting hit back isn't a big deal. Oh no, they're switching. Yeah, maybe I don't have the position right, actually. Although maybe I just didn't see switching. Um, 1, 2, no, I think yeah, I think I just didn't see it. I think this is the position. I just didn't see the switch pod. Maybe Brad didn't see it either. It's weird to overlook that, though. Yeah, it does look like hitting loose is better than making the 5 for what it's worth. Anyways, let's go back to the match. I think it was just an oversight there by both me and Brad. It's a little weird to give up the 6 point to switch, but it's not that weird. Okay, yeah, so it's, yeah, two-way. Yeah, so he shouldn't cube that because a lot of his wins are gammons. Doesn't want to kill his gammons by doubling, regardless of whether black has a take or not, probably. This is a backman's still a little stuck. Maybe there's something else he could have done there. Played the 3 in the backfield and 1 in the outfield or something. But it's not a big deal. Yeah, just play on is good. You don't need to make the 7 here. It might be a little tougher to bring this home, actually. On the other hand, if black enters quick, I guess you do like blocking the 5. So maybe Brett had a point there. Okay, this is okay. Yeah, I don't. Let's see. 10 to 4 offhands. Yeah, I don't think I'd let him out now, although it's conceivable. Nice spares if you do that. Yeah, so 10 to 4 strips down the 6 point, which is sometimes good if, like, you know, all you care about is playing safely. You know, it's kind of good to come in with the 6 point stripped. And here, that's probably mostly what Brad is thinking about. Because Black's board is going to be in very good shape by the time if Brad has to leave a shot at some point. He's got a bad 6-5, very bad 6-5 right away. Double shot. So maybe that means Frankie should have actually locked up his position a little more. Could have made the 7 point, you know. But his play is better for long-term building potential. All right, white on roll. Good shot by Brad. 4-1. I would play 8 to 3. I mean, there's stuff that maybe runs off the gammon more, but Brad still has like 4 points to clear in front of the anchor. So I think it's probably worth wasting another pip or two to lock up that important 3 points. All right, Brad's going for the gammon. Or not. This is a little safer, probably. Gammon could wind up being close, though. Gammons are probably pretty valuable for Brad at this score. All right, now Frank goes into this gammon save mode. Seems to make sense. Very nice. All right, yeah, this looks right. No blotters. Clears that problem point. This looks correct. 2-2. It can't bear anything off. Now, it can clear the 5 point. I guess you do this. 7 guys on the 3. There's kind of a lot of guys on the 3, but anything else leaves like blot numbers. Oh, so I just vacated. Interesting. That probably would have stayed back there. I mean, no blot numbers right away, but I don't know if you're paying to being hit that much either. And there will be some blot numbers in a turn or two, you know. Yeah, so probably Frankie's supposed to stay there. Maybe saves the gammon more with this play, but he's giving up a few percent wins, I'd say. Like I said, though, gammons are pretty valuable for Brad. That looked funny. Any ace misses now except for double ones. Good. Alrighty, 6-2 Crawford. So gammons do not help Frankie. So we could consider other stuff other than like the normal blitzy thing. But this is at least okay. Because Brad has this nice builder on his 9, right? So so it's good to take away at least half of Brad's roll there, so Brad can't build. All right, so he's played the 6 down. He's thinking about the 4. Okay, so he can make the 2 or he can hit loose on the 4. Yeah, I would probably end up doing this and then 13-7. 13-7 it strikes me as better than 16-10 because it bears on the 2 point as well as the 4 point. Oh, great shot by Brad. Back in it. Frankie's saying, why didn't I make the 2 point? Because it was wrong. That's why he didn't do it. All right, stronger board. I think I just hit and hope for the best. Yeah, okay, so he entered, but he doesn't get to hit. The hit paid dividends. Yeah, I guess you could consider 13-7 here. Doesn't duplicate 3. It's actually 13-7. Might have been right. Because this sort of diversifies black's numbers. And getting hit off your 7 points might be not that bad because maybe you make a second anchor at this score where, again, gammons don't really help Frank. Yeah, and 3s were severely duplicated there. It's almost like 3s don't hit, you know, because he's probably covering with them. All right, so 6-3 for Brad. Brad has the whole roll here. Yeah, he could play all loosey-goosey again. Okay, this is as safe as he can be, I guess. Like, what about like 13 to, man, I wouldn't give up the anchor, I guess. Like, I might, at the score, I might try 13-4. Even though it's kind of like a triple shot. Yeah, maybe this is the better plan, though. Yeah, you don't want to spend too much time up on the bar, I guess. Oh, good shots. He did the appropriate clicky stuff to play the small number first. And he did it without kind of doing the other one first. Good play, good roll by Frank. I think this is a good play, locking up that 5 point for good. Leaves the back man a little stuck, but not too bad. With the 5 point anchor. 6-3. All right, so the only, let's see, the only safe idea is this. Yeah, never gets hit. Still has some decent win chances. Actually, given the score, there's all sorts of stuff you could try. Like, you could try 23-17, 6-3 or something. But I don't know. This looks bad to give up the anchor. So I would either do this or maybe like 13-4 or something. But I would probably end up doing this. Keep the midpoint. Play safely for a turn. All right, good opportunity for Frank to get off that back anchor, I think. 20-14, 20-16. Yeah, this is a good play, I believe. Yeah, well, while White has the blot in his board, and if you don't do that, your forces are just horribly separated. So I think this is like a decent roll if he plays it the other way. It's probably average to bad if he plays it this way. Oh, hey, Steve. I did play in the tournament. I lost to Dougie in round 2. I beat John like in record time, and then I lost to Dougie in record time. They're like 2 quick matches. In the first game, I played like okay against Dougie, but I screwed up the first game pretty badly around the cube action. Alrighty. So what does Brad do here? It says hitting doesn't have enough upside to it. So it's like, I'll hit him later. Yeah, pretty reasonable. Obviously, you'd love to hit if you could cover something, but it looked like even looked like after hitting the six is pretty destructive. Alrighty, I guess I would do this also. Good shot by Frank. Nice spares now there. Okay, Brad should definitely slot his. Well, he should slot his five, I think. That's where those checkers go, you know. You gotta start the point to make the point, Brad. Okay, good, perfect. Fortunately, no blot numbers for Frank. Unfortunately, from Brad's point of view. All right, not too bad. Like 3-2. I mean, yeah, this might be right, but it's a million blot numbers, you know. All sixes except for 6-1. I guess that's it right away. All fives kind of can clear the 5 point. Um, yeah, I'd really have to calculate here. Oh, nice, nice. Oh yeah, this doesn't seem right. It seems like he's leaving like a bunch of lot numbers anyways and a low gap. I mean, maybe there was something better there, but better than like making the closed board. But I don't think Frankie's play was it. Like, there's probably something that just leaves a couple blot numbers or something, and less white play. Maybe Frankie was thinking he wanted to try for a gammon, but if that was the case, he should have just made the two. Yeah, a very, very, very large factor in a 5 point match. Yeah, obviously, longer the match, the more skill matters. I actually play mostly fives online. You get like a lot of the interesting cube stuff, even in like a 5 point match. Like there's a lot of like interesting stuff around like four away and three away scores. Like those tend to be like important decisions where you can go wrong and make like a 0.3 error very easily. So if you play only 5 point matches, you get a lot of those, but you don't get a lot of practice with like eight cubes, for instance. But I still kind of like the fives for the quickness. Alrighty, so looks like Frankie brought home I guess that was a gammon there. So 6-4. Frankie doubles right away, which is good. Brad with the nice 4-4. Now gammons do hurt him tremendously here. Probably I'm making the 9 at like all match scores or almost all match scores there if I make the 20. Yeah, so this is okay. This is usually like it's an okay play for the win. Yeah, maybe, but 9 point still looks pretty attractive to me. Unstacking that heavy midpoint. At the score, though, I'm not totally sure about it. Yeah, she doesn't play good anymore. Not that it would have played great after my play, but now I guess Haiti doesn't have like this nice 5 point anchor, you know. Ugh, everything's bad. 13-7 is the least bad, obviously. Ooh, okay, Frankie's going for the gammon here. I think this is perfect if he plays 18-14. All right, now Frankie has a choice whether to hit or make the five. Yeah, I wouldn't be clear on this one. All right, Brad gets to anchor, and then Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say 13-10, but actually 6-3 duplicates like 1-2-3-2. So it doesn't look like it duplicates much. So given that those hits aren't worth much, 3-2. I'm sorry, 3-1-2-1. The duplicated ones. It's kind of a lot more shots this way. Yeah, like I actually don't. I'm not actually that familiar with your play, Steve. But um, I mean, you're probably like Dougie's a pretty good player. I'd say like solid player. I mean, against like an intermediate player. I'm not saying you're an intermediate player, but against an intermediate player, he might only be, I don't know, 55 to 60% or in a 5 point match, I would say. So if you're better than like an intermediate, go down from there. Like this guy I play Tom O'Riordan. Um, like he's a pretty good player. I mean, I got a pretty big edge on him, but I'd consider him like sort of an advanced player, low level expert. I mean, I think I might be 55 to 60% against him, in a 5 point match. And actually, we play a lot of 5 point matches. We often get together and just play like 5 point matches for $75 a pop or something. It was something we discuss plays and stuff. So we just play we play quickies. Um, like we'll get in 10, 12 matches over an afternoon sometimes. All right, Brad with the 5-2 here. This looks good if he plays 6-4. I'm not seeing anything better. I mean, 10-8, 6-1. You don't really want the guy on the 1 point. You don't really want to give up your 16 point, and you don't want to leave shots. So I think you do this. Hope for a better run number next turn. There's another play where he could have given up the 21 point, but no, I don't think you do that when down in the race like this. Okay, so Frankie with the kind of awkward 4-3. Okay, so that was the 3. Now the 4 is horrible. There's probably something else here. There's a double shot leaving play, which is kind of pretty when missed. If he plays 8-5, 7-3, it's a double shot, but best when missed, and you make a 4 point board. That might be worth a look. Given it's better than this. It's better than this because this is a double shot also. See what I'm saying? 8-5, 7-3. Much prettier position. You don't kill a checker. But maybe there's something else here. I don't know. I'd at least take a look at the 8-5 here. Okay, so then White has to give up. Yeah, no, that's correct. I think that's the correct play actually. Like, okay, say White gets lucky and hits one of these things. He's giving up his anchor to hit, and he could get like gammon for the match. And he gets missed, and Black is quite happy with his position. So I think Frankie did that absolutely correct. At the score, anyways. This looks a little suspicious, but no, it stays mostly out of direct range. Okay, so he does it. Oh, 4-4. This ain't bad, and then you make the ace and hope Black dances forever. All right, great shot by Frankie. You don't overlook the hit. Good. And now Frankie Gammons wins a Gammon. There, yeah, I don't know if I'd play 13-10 here. That looks like a bit much. Let's see. So this is only 4-3 if he plays it like this. If he does the other thing, it's 4-3, 4-6. 4-3 is duplicated. So it's just 4-3, 4-6, 4-1. 4-1's a little duplicated. Yeah, maybe the other one where you spread out the builders is actually worth a look. Because there's some duplication there. 4-4 also. Huh. Alrighty, so he entered with the 4. Okay, he's killing the guy with the 3 so as not to expose another blot. That makes sense at the score. Yeah, I don't think I would play 16-13 here, giving Black's ones and 6-4 to hit as well as threes. So you just do this, hope he doesn't roll like a 9 or a 3, and then win from there. Okay. Yeah. I guess I would try to make it. What's the most gammas anyways? Leave it slotted. Pretty diverse. If you'll play 8 to 6. You're sort of diversifying your fours. Right, because fours jump, so you don't want fours to cover. Yeah, this is a little, this might be a little cowardly in my mind. Gammon's so valuable. Yeah, I mean, obviously getting hit's pretty bad there. Still leaving one shot. I mean, I'm not sure, but I'm sure I would have left it slotted. I mean, I'm not totally sure it's correct. Well, he's sort of forced to play this one correctly because, or at least he's forced to hit loose here because there's no safe play. I mean, it might be right to hit, even if there was a safe play, it might be right to hit to go for the gammon anyways. And then offhand, I'd say 7 to 1 to keep things spread out. 4-4 is the only double hit number. But you want the builders, you want like the checkers on different points for the bear off anyways. So unless there's some like weird swing number. All right, now I'd pick it up in some fashion. Maybe 6 to 5, 6 to 4 though. It leaves it leaves two shots right away, but it's super safe down the line. You know, like I think you maybe save enough blot numbers. Like here, you're leaving like a ton of blot numbers right away. So that's worse than two shots. Two immediate shots, you know, like 2 shots is sort of worth 6 blot numbers. The other plays more than 6 blot numbers. And like down the line, it's safer. All right, so Brad gets out of there. Likely Brad's going to save this thing. Should play 8 to 6, 16 to 14. All right, 6-5. Yeah, something that spreads out since you can't put a checker directly on the 6 point. Yeah, something that's spread out two checkers in the outfield should be right. Keep the checkers on different points there. Looks like he's getting rewarded with a save. Yes, he is. Very nice, very nice. Alrighty, I usually don't bring 2 down at double match point, but it's not that bad. 3 throw, he's got a number of options here. Okay. Yeah, this looks pretty okay. I'm not sure how this compares to like hitting and making the 10 or hitting and going to the 21. If your opponent opens with a 4-3, like on the very first roll of the game, and then you roll 3-3, it is in fact not right to hit. You want to make 2 good points somewhere. But here Frankie had that 4-3 thrown in. He had his own 4-3 thrown in. So I'm trying to think of how that affects things. I mean, like, I guess you have less incentive to play 13 to 10 there than normal because you'll be stripping your midpoint. So hitting and then going 13 to 10, I don't know, that does make the 10 point though. So I don't know. I just don't know. All right, so 5-2 from Brad. I would like to get the backman going, but he can't. Okay, so keeps all the checkers in front of the anchor, gives up the midpoint to do it, but probably right. Okay, Frankie can make his 9 point if he wants, which isn't worth a ton, but it's worth something. Yeah, so 13 to 9, 10 to 4 looks okay. I don't know if there's anything better. All right, Brad should get the backmen going, I think. Maybe run all the way. Yeah, 11 to 6 is good in the sense that it picks up that blot, but boy, it's overstacked. And you'd rather have the backman on the 15 than the 20, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this doesn't really do anything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would run 20. I would run with that guy. I would run with the backman. Yeah, I would have gotten away with it. Okay, now I don't know. It doesn't run as well this time. Alrighty, so yeah, Frankie can lock those white checkers in like this. And then, yeah, this is still kind of locks him in, and it's a better board. So I like it. I like it. Keeps the checker on the 13 point. Good for coverage. Yeah, Brad's kind of being punished for his 4-5 play, I think. Alrighty. I mean, 13 to 8's okay. I don't know if there's better stuff. Like you could actually slot the 2 point there. Oh, great shot by Brad. Even there's like 13 to 11, 8 to 5 there with Frank's 3-2. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. Alrighty, 3-1. This looks, and then if he plays 11 to 10, he's getting good builders. So this okay. So this is 2 shots. If you play 11 to 10, it's 4 shots. But you have fewer builders for the 5 this way, and you have a blot in your race, which isn't great. But it actually wasn't great where it was. Yeah, the 6-6 was tremendous. And I don't know, Frankie still has a chance here. Fair amount of contact, and the race is still possible. All right, he's saving a 6 here, which is sort of bad for the race. A lot of his 6s break his board anyway, so I might have played that a little differently. All right, he's got an ace to play, so I guess he wants to lock up his 1 point here. Oh no, he wants to strip his 9 so he can clear the furthest back point next roll. I don't know, man. The board could come in handy. Like black should be running with a lot of his big 6s, I think. At least if white leaves the blot, he should be running. This makes it a lot more dangerous to run with like a 6-5, for instance. So yeah, I guess I would do this. This is yeah, I mean it's probably safer in the sense that white's going to be paying fewer blot numbers for a while if black keeps the anchor. I just think the board is sort of going to matter. Maybe he's thinking like it doesn't matter right away often. Yeah, what do I know? Yeah, maybe Brad had a point. Because maybe Frank's just not running that much right away, you know? And so it's good to like have the back point stripped. So you can clear the toughest point. Oh, big 4 shot for Frank coming up. He missed him. He missed him. All right, I would keep the 5 point board here and run. No, we're getting batted around a little bit, but you can still get hit after getting batted around. And you want your 5 point board and you don't want to waste in the race in case you roll a big set next turn. So this is good. Pretty awkward roll by Brad, but it does get a checker off. I don't think he should be in the hitting business here. Maybe he should be in the hitting business here though. Totally takes him out of the race, and it sort of makes him yell even up top. So that's probably a good play. All right, Bradley in the finals, I believe. Yes. It's gonna be Brad and Dougie. They may take a few minutes to get started. Meanwhile, we can look at my horrible game against Dougie. Well, actually, let's see. Was there anything interesting I wanted to look at from here? I'm trying to think. what I was curious about from this match. And analyze the next G anyways. I'm having issues. Oh, looks like Brad played well. Brad played a 3.9. Frankie played a 5.1. Yeah, pretty decently played match by both. So let's see, what was I curious about? This is the 2-5 game. Oh, yeah, this is where Frankie ran when he shouldn't have. Oh, the 2-2 is wrong. Yeah, computer's averse to like overstacking the 3-point here, apparently. Huh. I didn't think Brad missed a cube or anything. It's always like either too good or not good enough, you know. Is this right? Yeah, so you don't need to make the 7 here, really. Because it might be a difficult point to clear later. I mean, we saw what happened. I mean, he had some like for instance here he has like a really bad 6-5, partly because he owns the 7 point. So it can be a little problematic to clear later. I mean, what he was thinking was like his play's not bad, but he's thinking like, okay, if white enters quick, he wants to block 5s, which is a factor. It's just the computer thinks it's like is not as important as like playing flexibly and not giving yourself a tough point to clear later. And I guess it's only true because he's gonna get on the 2-point. All right, they're starting in a couple of minutes. And then apparently Brad played a really bad 4-2 here, which I might have done also. Like my first impulse was definitely to play 10-4. Oh, Brad did look at that. Yeah, so the computer wants to get rid of a problem point right away. So what's so horrible about this, though? There's some 6s are bad right away for sure. Like 6-5 is an immediate blot number. 6-4 is okay. 6-3, 6-2, 6. No, all 6s except for 6-5 are okay. But again, it's that these 2 outfield points which are going to be tricky. So yeah, the computer gets rid of one of them now, letting white on 6s. Yeah, I gotta kind of think about the details there, I guess. Oop. Yeah, hitting off the 4 is good with the 6-4 rather than make the 2, for instance. Great shot 2-2. Right, yeah, this is where I thought maybe you can like screw around a little bit. Play 13-7, duplicate the 3s to hit 3s to cover. If you get hit, you might make a second anchor, and gammons the extra gammons that you may be losing don't actually hurt you very much at this score. Now, it turns out the computer thinks this actually loses the least amount of gammons for some reason. I guess this isn't great either. Oh, wants to play 23-14 here. Give up the anchor. Good shots, good shots, good shots. Yeah, 6-3 looked okay. Oh, it does want to jump, though. It does want to do this at the score. Computer might be wrong about this. It might be assuming that white's going to be hitting loose a lot. Because that's the right cubeless money play, but it's not the right play at the score. Yeah, I'm just thinking. I often say like, oh, we can do whatever here, just when I think it's like close, you know. Like sometimes it's just clear. I don't know. It's clear things are close, and it doesn't matter much what you do. So you can just kind of like do whatever play you're most comfortable with. Yeah, this looked quite suspicious. I think it'd be better if gammons helped Frankie. It's not bad as making the two. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah, so the computer wants to do this. I think it's only 6-4, which is a blot number. It's the only immediate blot number, so it's pretty cheap. As opposed to, say, this, where almost all sixes leave shots. Alrighty, let's actually take a look at the match that's going on. Okay, Brad on the bottom, Dougie on the top. This is a 9-point match. Good shot by Brad if he plays this, which he will. Can cube the dances. Seem to be having some display issues here. Okay, 3-3. Looks pretty solid. Not seeing anything better offhand, anyways. And here I think I would just make the 5-point here. Oh no, actually 6-3, 6-3, 8-7 is good too, because it's a little safer. It makes the 7. You'd rather have the 5, but actually it's quite a bit safer. And you keep white from like attacking or building on the other side of the board. So I don't know what's right, but this is a real play. Not a ton of duplication if you make the 5. Okay, so it goes with this. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, probably he's right. Seems to have like more going for it anyways. Right? Safety, you still get a decent point. You hit the guy, which seems pretty important. Dougie there should probably play 24-23 because the 7-point is made, not the 8-point is made. So you're kind of peeking over the edge of the block if you play 24-23 there. So that seemed like a pretty good ace there. This looks like how you're supposed to play backgammon to me. Okay. Dougie can hit twice. I think he should, given that excuse me. See, black gets to attack now, you know. So Dougie locked up his 9-point, which is pretty good. He's forgoing hitting 2, and he's leaving black alone. Huh. Yeah, I probably would have went after black there. All right, black on roll. He doesn't look like he has anything. The race is close. Black's position is somewhat better, but not tremendously better. So yeah, I would roll also. This looks good. Great builders for the 5 anyways. Ooh, white gets to put some stuff together. Yeah, it looks reasonable. I'm not sure how this compares to 9-8 with the last two. 9-8 is sort of an upgrade, I think, in the point quality, because it blocks from both the 23 and the 22 points, as opposed to this, which just blocks the 22 points. But still, the diversification that Dougie got from playing 6-4 is worth something. So Dougie's play looks pretty good. All righty, 6-5 for white. He's probably stuck attacking here. Yeah, everything looks like everything leaves a shot, so might as well do this and hit. Some upside on the dances for sure. Consider cubing. Okay, so he's deciding whether to hit loose or not. I'm going to try it, actually. 9-4 doesn't look that good. This is sort of both good and bad. I mean, it's tremendous when it works. Probably double a number like 5-6, you know. 3-4, you can cube this. Yeah. Huh. Boy, the race is really bad for white. Not that that's like the main thing, but I think it is a factor. Got that other blot flapping. I think I agree with the pass. Little unclear to me though. I would pass though. Seems a little more likely to be a big pass and a big take for what it's worth. Okay, this is correct. 6-6 doesn't play all that good. This looks like the best he can do. All right, Dougie did not roll that well here. He's hoping for at least some double hit number, if not a pointing number. Okay, so yeah, this is better than hitting, I think. 3-5. Okay, he can make the 15 if he doesn't overlook it. Five one. He can slot 2 points, and then there's way too much contact here to cube this, I believe. I can clear the 15. It gets missed, and now there's a lot less contact here. Yeah, I mean that white checker is quite the nice asset, patrolling black's inner board. So I think it is a take. The double's okay too, maybe. Because of the race lead and the flexibility. I'm sort of more sure about the take than the double there. I'd feel better if if there wasn't the blot in the outfield. In the blot and black's outfield, you know. Like he's gonna have to do something with that blotting, so he can't like build safely with a 4-2, for instance. Alrighty. Well, better than this probably would be 7-4. Duplicating threes somewhat. I'm not sure how this compares to playing safe. Playing safe, I guess Brad's thinking it's too hard to play safe in the future. So he just pays now while White has the blot. Oh, great return shot. Woof. Woof. Yeah, so this is good, and 13-10 is fine. Yeah, I like this play with the white black blots in the outfield. Which should pick up one of them. Okay, this is good. Good distribution. Fives are duplicated. Yeah, it's a very swingy game so far. 4-1. Okay, assume he's hitting in the outfield and making the 8 points. Solid. Okay, I guess so. I'm wondering about not hitting there actually, making the 20 points. You know, not helping White's back game timing, and Black gets a good anchor out of it. Yeah, I'd actually have to take a look at that one. Huh. I don't know if Brad really considered it. He played it really quickly. All right, this looks like a good play by Dougie if he plays 24-22. So he's ready to spring that guy sometimes. Well, here it's more important to cover, but I don't know. He could make the 22. Not sure how that compares to 9-8. Alrighty, springing the guy now. Can he double the dances? Boy, it'd be awesome. He could win 8 here if he had doubled. Huh. And now it's like, I don't know, arguably too good. I wonder if he missed a cube in there. Like, this is a huge pass, I assume, due to the blot in the outfield. Now he rolled kind of perfectly to make his 5, but he also had all these like nice hits in the outfield, you know. On the other hand, he did have 4 checkers back behind Black's awesome structure. Kind of cool though to win 8 from this score. I might have pulled the trigger there. Yeah, so this is some huge pass, I assume. Huh. Okay, so 3-2 from Dougie. He is up in the match a little bit, so I usually do this while up in the match. Tamp down the gammons a bit. Brad, I think, made the computer play there. Let's see what he wants to do here. Okay, makes the 10 instead of the anchor. Thinks the back checker isn't in that much danger. Dougie makes the best available point on the board, I assume. Good. Well, actually, making the defensive 18 was a play there also. Huh. 5-6 and pops out. Good. 2-6 hits and pops out. Why not hit with the 2 there? I don't get that. I think I overlooked it actually. Well, I don't know. So normally I'd be inclined to make the 5 point here, 8 to 5, 6 to 5. But that makes the 10 point less valuable. So maybe there's something else where you make the 21 and the 7 or the 21 and the 9. And Brad seems to agree. I can upgrade to the 9 if he wants. This looks good. All right, so he cannot keep his beautiful 5 prime. So I guess it's just 9 to 3 with the last 2. I guess you can make the 2 point for a better block, but the points don't really go together as well as if you do this. Like first he has 5 points of of a 6 prime. You do the other one, it's all disjoint, you know. All right, now step up 24 to 23. Good. Yeah, black has nothing. He's looking for a 5-1, I guess. 5-1, 5-5. So I can make his 3 point nicely. I like. Yeah, I overlooked it, I think. That was with the 2, 6-2. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much of an argument for not hitting there. Oh, good shot by Brad. I assume he's hitting off the 2. And then doubling the dances. But I think Dougie can take. Maybe? Maybe not. Let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure Brad will find this cube. I'm just thinking he's still like a little trapped with those 2 checkers, and he hasn't covered yet. And he only has a single cover. So I think it's still a pretty strong cube. I'm wondering if Dougie can actually take this. I think he should be a little careful at the score, though. So actually, I do agree with the pass. Like I'd be unsure for money, and actually with the blot in White's board, that's sort of a big problem. Something looked weird there with Dougie's play. How did that game start? Or was it 5-2, 6-3? 5-2 split and 6-3? And then Dougie played 13 to 7, 6 to 3. Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, it's too many shots over there for just hitting off the 3 point. So you're supposed to run all the way. Ooh, great shot by Brad. Oh, that's satisfying. Holy mackerel. So the game's over already. I thought it might be too good. It was a huge pass, I think. Okay, he plays on for the gammon. Fine. Can still play on probably. It's up. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, cashes it in. I hope Dougie hallucinates and takes this. He's thinking about it. Yeah, it's just too big. I mean, with this three guys trapped behind this five prime, and this like crappy impure front position, and Dougie not having a big anchor. I think the question is whether that's too good or not. Good. Okay, white on roll. Nice anchoring number here. Yeah. That's why. Well, I was trying to. Yeah, I was. I mean, I saw that Dougie played 13 to 7, 6 to 3, hitting in some fashion. That's sort of all I knew about the position. Um, and so I was trying to think like what opening role could Brad have had that would make Dougie play 13 to 7, 6 to 3. And actually, I did see Brad spare on the 8 point, that extra spare on the 8 point. So I figured it out. I think I figured it out, anyways. Alrighty, looks like a decent play by Dougie there. Not leaving any shots at a time when he's already escaped everybody, and he's up in the race. So now he's only up 6 pips. Yeah, I agree with no double. His position is going to be a little more threatening now, although so is Black's. Dougie did pick up a little in the race. Let's see, he's up 13 pips. So it's kind of a take on the race alone. Contact arguably favors Black, so the yeah, it's either no double take or double take there. And now this is a cube, I believe. Maybe it's still a take though. Oh, this three's a little wrong. I think I would play 9 to 6. This is okay. Yeah, 16 pips. Okay, so now it's a pass on the race alone. And Dougie has these decent attack numbers. So yeah, I definitely agree with the cube. I would not be sure about the take pass. If white was a little more flexible, I would say it's a pass. Maybe it's a pass anyways. I don't know. Okay, so Brad did pass. All right, the book play here is to play 8 to 2 squared. Good. Playing all four of them to the 7 point isn't too bad. But the computer rollout does prefer making the 2. Okay, doesn't overlook the hit this time. Okay, comes in split, which is a little dangerous, but of course the other coming in anchor doesn't look that good either. All right, pretty clean play by Brad. White on roll. Okay, gets to put some stuff together. Usually I make the 5 rather than the 11 there. There will be some contact right away, I think. So, I mean, if you're hitting, you definitely want the 5 and not the 7 and the 11. Although 7 and 11 is maybe better for blocking long term. Yeah, like, okay, so white leaves a shot here. I mean, sorry, black leaves a shot here. White hits it. He really wants his 5 point locked up in that scenario. Versus this sort of primey structure, this blocking structure. I think he sends it over. Yeah, it's okay. He's got kind of a solid edge. I don't think I'm ready to give this up yet. Even when white hits, he definitely has some work to do. Ones are pretty well duplicated here. Like 6-1 probably doesn't even hit, right? Because you make the 5 point instead. They gave it up. Interesting. So I wonder if there was a play he could have made that he would have taken after. Oh, great shot. Great Scott. 5-1. Okay, I assume he's playing 11 to 5. Yeah, I don't know why he'd leave the shot in the outfield here. I mean, it's not 100% clear he should hit it, but I'm sure there's some pretty clear hits there. Like I don't know, 4-1 or something. 4-1, 4-5, 4-4, 2-2. Actually, 2-2 isn't all that clear because you got to forego making all the good structure. Brad played that 6-4 very quickly. I think he wanted to punish Dougie for leaving that shot there. But I don't know. I mean, you can keep your anchor and like make your 2-point if you want against the stronger board. But I would have taken a look at that. Black on roll. So this is a take. Yeah, I don't mind cubing this at this score. I would not do this. I would have played 8-6 there with the deuce. It is a fair number of shots anyways, though, if you do my play. Fewer than this, though. All right, Dougie's going to try to contain this. Yeah, I guess I would play 24-20 here. Keep the midpoint, cut down on the shots, get ready to spring that back checker. I don't know, Dougie's play sort of paid dividends, though. He's got kind of great builders now for his home front. All right, pretty decent roll for containing that back checker. And then maybe we can even cube a dance here or something. He's about to make an awesome block. Let's see, he needs 5 points to win the match. Huh. Yeah, I might have doubled that and see what happens. I don't know. It does sort of kill his gammon somewhat, you know. Because he keeps on 4. He just needs 5 points to win the match. So he wins 8 from a gammon, but he only gets to use one of those. Yeah, this is pretty swingy. Oh, Brad gets to escape. 6-5. Okay, makes his 2 in case he hits next turn. Will not be hitting next turn. In fact, there's probably very few forced blot numbers here, so maybe Dougie could have spread things out with this 6-5 a little better. But not a big deal. I guess the slot is 4 now. Yeah, that looked like a decent play, what he did. All right, so race is close. So yeah, I might keep more of a block here against this race. Played a little ugly, but I really like blocking 6s there. Like this, I mean 6-6 obviously, but I mean 6-5, 6-4. You know, you definitely want that point out there. 6-1, 6-2 even. Yeah. This looks so you want at least 2 guys on the 5, I would say. This is okay. At least okay. All right, so this should just go double pass. Score doesn't seem like a huge deal here. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't cube that. This seems crazy not to cube that. There's some huge money pass based on the pip count, so score shouldn't be a big deal. Distribution shouldn't be a big enough deal. Yeah, so that was just double pass the turn before. All right, so 3 away, 6 away. All right, this looks like a decent play duplicating 6s. Sort of upgrading the point, fixing the distribution. All right, I think he's stuck splitting here. It's not too dangerous. I would do this. Yeah, I wouldn't do this. It's tactical. Yeah, I guess it makes some tactical sense, but positionally it doesn't make any sense. Ooh. All right, yeah, I would do this and then either play 21 or 22 with the two. He plays 21. Brad locks up an awesome point. Feel like the computer plays 15 and 23 here. So 21 to 15, 24 to 23. Oh, all right, I see. I see. Yeah, no, this is. I mean, I would take this, but at this lopsided score, doubling is sort of okay. I mean, I might not double that, but it's not. It's not crazy. Yeah, now I'd be a little leery about giving up the anchor, so I would do this. Yeah, nothing better than this. White on roll, nice shot by Doogie. Nothing. So you hit with that. That's Brad seems to be playing pretty hasty today. Like he should enter with the one and then probably hit with the two. He's usually very deliberate. I don't know what he's doing. Not that he's playing that bad. It just seems like he's like not considering a lot of stuff he should be considering. Unless he has a much better handle on that than me, but it looked like pretty clear to me to hit there. Huh. With the score anyways? We would really, really love to win a gammon and you're not paying big to the counter gammons, White's gammons. Oh, Keith count. Yeah, I sometimes do use the Keith count. I mean, I have like a bunch of other ways of do. I have a bunch of other ways I've sort of developed for myself over the years. So Keith count for me is a bit of a last resort if like I don't have a good handle on it from other ways of doing it. Like for instance, like there where I said it should go double pass when Dougie didn't double. Like there's no reason for me to do the Keith count there because the pip count indicated a pass so strongly that I was like sure it was a pass without doing any sort of other method other than looking at the pip count, you know. But I will use it sometimes. Like if I can't get a, if I'm like not if like the other methods I use is like unclear or I have trouble getting just a good handle on it. I will use the Keith count sometimes. Ooh, 6-3. This is a terrible number. Oh yeah, I would do this though. Actually, it's not too bad playing like this. I mean, cause like it ups the gammons, which is kind of a good thing at this score. And White has this other blot, so like White dances here, and like you're really happy with this play, or even answers without hitting probably. Well, now you got to clean up. I do agree with what Brad did there. Alrighty, this looks sort of normal-ish. And let's see. Yeah, I don't know why you'd Oh yeah, I see what he's thinking. He's trying to duplicate the threes to hit, threes to cover. I don't know if that's a big deal though. So I'm gonna play 15 to 14 with the one to keep the spare in a better spot. Oh, there might be a 1-1 thing there too. My play maybe pays to 1-1 more. So actually, maybe Brad had a point there. Alrighty, 5-4 from Dougie. Okay, keeps all the blocking points, giving up the midpoint and leaving a shot. As opposed to playing 8-4, 8-3. It's a little safer and it keeps the midpoint, but it sort of screws everything up on the home front. Alright, 6-6 by Brad. Probably not a great number because it leaves the back man stranded. Let's see how Dougie wants to try to contain this checker. Huh. Oh, I was thinking like 6-5, 6-2, but maybe 7-3, 6-5 is a little better, anyways. Yeah, this is a little safer, I guess. If black hits, he's not on his way out at the same time versus slotting the 5 points. Slotting the 5 point just has such big upside though when you get away with it. I might have tried it. All right, I don't think Dougie can double this up 6-3. Let's see. Take points probably around 9% or something. 1 away 6 away 10%. 10, 11, it's 10 or 11, I think. Yeah, it's probably 11. So black clearly has that here, or he had it. He had it there. It's getting a little bit less clear now. All right, so let's see. You can make the 5 and the 1 points. Kind of like that plan actually. Yeah. Mostly keeps it from escaping in one roll. I mean, you're getting hit with 3-4, 3-5, but you get a return shot on the checker on the 19 there. And maybe you can cube this actually. 74. Well, man, the pip count would indicate not. I mean, if he gets the closeout, it's a big pass. So what did I say? 11%. Okay, that's okay. Brad might have 11% here though. Huh. Yeah, pretty unclear. Pretty unclear stuff. I wonder if Brad was passing the turn before. Now I remember the position. Try to set up some analog of it, you know. I don't know. Alrighty, so Brad would like to win a gammon at this 6 away, 1 away Crawford score. So Brad needs an even number of points. It's the Crawford game, and Brad needs an even number of points to win the match. So gammons do help him quite a bit. Okay, so he's leaving 1-6-2-6, but he gets 3 builders for the 2. Let's see. Yeah, once again, you can hit loose or you can make a point. Yeah, I agree with hitting loose here. You make the 1 point, he rolls a 2. He's got like a pretty decent game. Meanwhile, getting hit's not that bad, so I do agree with how Brad played that. Okay, so Brad needs to hit in some fashion. Yeah, so he can switch and play to the 18 point. I mean, I probably wouldn't make the 18 there, but this is okay. All right, so I can get 4 builders for the 4 by playing, 14-7. I like it. 5-2. Yeah, nothing better than this. He's still staying off of 4-4, which is nice. Gets to make the point. 6-6 will blow up, and there's nothing you can do about it. This looks fine, and then 9-7 or 10-8 is fine. Yeah, this looks proper. Let's see, backgammons don't actually help him at the score very much. So given that the gammon's pretty well locked up, he should just be playing super safe. In fact, it might have been right to clear the 6 there, as opposed to doing what he did. Even though clearing the 6 with the 3-1, clearing the 6 leaves a couple of lot numbers right away, but it's like super flexible down the line. So actually, it might have been better than what Brad did, leaving 0 blotters. Now, Brad's play is better for the backgammon, keeping the closed board. But like I said, I don't think backgammons really help here. Alrighty, so it's going to be 5 to 8. So 4 away, 1 away, post Crawford. So Brad should and will double right away. Let's see, forgets. Which he does not. Alrighty, yeah, this is the money play anyways. I don't know. I mean, at the score, maybe have a little bit more incentive to slot, but I would have played it like Brad did. I think I would do this also. I'm not too sure about it. I know this is fives, ones, sixes back. All right, gets to make a nice anchor. They would do that as well, because you still have to play backgammon even at the score. Ooh, 2-2, very nice. Very nice. A post Crawford trick, I think, yeah. Yeah, so that's when you need an odd number of points to win the match. So if that's the case, your opponent should pretty much take everything, unless it gets like super gammonish. So then, because your opponent should take everything, it's fine. It's fine to like wait and like hope to get a bad pass later. But you got to kind of know what you're doing. Like if you tried it at this score, it would be a big error not to cube, because your opponent shouldn't take everything at this score. So yeah, I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can try it. But it's not, if your opponent's going to play correctly, it's not worth anything. It's just you're only waiting because like you hope to get a bad pass later. So against like good players, I don't know, I just double right away. You don't have to, then you won't forget about it. Forget about the cube. Yeah, you had a free drop there exactly. But a lot of less experienced players don't know that they should take everything at like 1 away, 3 away post Crawford. So I mean, I will tend to do it against like not super strong players and hope to get a bad pass, because it's worth a lot. I mean, you get a bad pass, you could be picking up like point 0.2 easily, point 0.2 of equity very easily. Yeah, it won't work on competent players, at least players, it won't work on players who don't have studied that situation. Alrighty, so given the score, looks like Brad's considering hitting here. I guess, he doesn't have a safe play, I think. He's got safer plays, like 8 to 4 here, for instance. But White has his blot in the outfield, so he can try this, hope for a dance, and then try to bring home the nice gammon, for the match. The very, very valuable gammon. Wow, it does work. Well, for a turn anyways. Doesn't necessarily, didn't work entirely. I think he can keep the anchor. I would play 8 to 4. Yeah, I would try this. He's got threes and twos working now. Okay, now I would make the point as opposed to hitting. Maybe make the point and split. You get to hit next turn. Yeah, this is all Swiss cheesy. I don't know about this. In fact, if I hit the other guy, I would leave the point slotted. Yeah, he's not doing this. Oh, he did that. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, no, I don't know. He's doing stuff I wouldn't expect him to do. Like, why not hit there and go for the gammon? Yeah, this all looks very suspicious to me. Very suspicious. Like it looked like he played appropriately aggressively with that first hit where he's leaving a double shot. I mean, I'm not sure it's right, but it's like he's thinking about the score correctly. And then the 1-1. I mean, I guess it's not entirely clear you want the point and not the hit, but I mean, the point locks up such an awesome home field structure that I probably would have done it. And then if you hit loose like he did, I mean, if he hit like he did, he should leave the 5 point slotted. Try to make that point at a time when gammons are super valuable. Okay, so he sort of looks like he had some gammon chances there, although now with this big 6-5, um, yeah, it looks like Dougie's probably saving this now. Yeah. Well, I was thinking like, okay, so if you hit with like two of the aces, you can like play like other productive aces somewhere, maybe get better builders, leave the point slot, and then you still have a chance to make it next turn at some risk. You know, obviously you hate him rolling a 5, but it's not the end of the world since he had 2 up on the roof. I don't know. We can maybe take a look at that decision. Oh, looks like he might be getting the gammon. Okay, so if he does a normal thing, so this does get 5-5. It doesn't get 4-4, but I don't think he can get 4-4. Let's see. Let's see. If he plays to the 8 point and the 15 point, yeah, that doesn't quite get 4-4. 1, 2. This doesn't get 4-4 either. So all these plays, I think all these players are pretty equal for getting off in 1. Probably best for getting off in 2 is this, I would guess. Seems pretty diverse to me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no way to get 4-4 here. Like this seems like the best try at it, because 4-4 does bear off the guy from the 8 point, but doesn't quite bring the other guy home. All right, let's take a look at some of these decisions in this match. Yeah, Brad didn't play up to his usual standards, but you know, we got the win. Better than I can do lately. That is it. All right, so this last game, so 60, yeah, 6-3 is okay. 13 to 4 would be better, so as not to leave all these hit numbers, right? 5s and 1s on black side of the board, good 6s on the other side of the board. So you can make a worse hit and kind of just leaves him forced to hit back. Because the computer wants to do that. Yeah, 2-2 is good. 5-1 is good. 5-2 is good. 3-2 is fine. Okay, what should Dougie do with this? Oh yeah, wants to put the board together. The cost of the 8 point. Good slot of the 4 point. All right, 6-2 is fine. And Dougie makes a completely safe play, which is pretty reasonable. The problem with it is, I mean, at first glance, it's pretty reasonable. The problem with it is it's going to be really hard to play productively for the next 2 turns, you know? So the computer says, okay, now this is before you kill another checker on the 3 point, and while black has the blot in his board. This is the time to clear the mid and get some decent flexibility. I can buy it. You know, Brad's playing okay here. Ugh, doesn't like leaving the anchor. Does win the most, but yeah, you're pays way too many gammons. Yeah, okay, yeah, 6-4 is good. Hitting at least is good. Computer wants to cut down on the shots a little bit. In other words, 6-1 hits here, and it doesn't hit here. Yeah, it's not. I mean, 8-4 isn't great, but it looks diverse enough, you know. The 6s, 3s, 2s, and 1s working on the dances to build a point. 2s are a little duplicated with the hitting numbers. What does he have here? He's 2s, 3s, 1s, 6s, 5. I guess he has a little more building power here. So that's probably what Brad was thinking about, you know. It's better building power on the dances. So 2 duplication is severe. Okay, then it goes dance. Oh no, the 1-1 is not coming up right away. 5-4 first. He puts the stuff together. Okay, then it goes dance 1-1. So what's black? What should black do with the 1-1 here? Yeah, I'd be a little inclined to cover in some fashion versus hitting. Just because it locks up the awesome. Look at the structure it locks up, you know. And apparently the computer wants to play 8-7, paying off the 1-6 and duplicating black's 2s a little bit. But it is 3 builders for the ace, and it is not a million shots in the outfield with my idea of splitting. My idea of splitting isn't too bad, though, apparently. You know, great on the dances because you get to hit, although 2s are duplicated also. Oh, hey, Brad. Oh, yeah, it didn't look like you were, I don't know, you didn't look like, it looked like you were playing like kind of hastily at times. Not up to your usual preciseness. Is there another word for preciseness? Precisiosity, you know? Precision, that's the word. Not up to your usual precision. That's what I was thinking of. And then actually, if you hit here, I think you should leave it slotted, shouldn't you? Or 6-5 squared, fancy. Let's see. Yeah, I guess even if you hit in the outfield, it thinks you should leave the point slotted to make it next turn. The 5 points so important. Yeah, precision exactly. I have a brain fart there. Let's see. Yeah, once again, should go after him with the 3. This might have been an oversight. And then you go after him, pick up because you're mostly home. Doesn't want to go after him again. And then, but you do bring home the gammon. Doesn't want to play 1-1 like you did. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 4-3 looks a little weird there. Alrighty. Okay, it's close. This 3-1 is close. Lock up the awesome point, the awesome structure. Lock up a pretty good point and hit them at a time when white's very flexible. It's very close. Yeah, 4-1. Yeah, it wants to cover and hit here, I guess. 13-9. Yeah, it wants to hit twice here. good play here. Going right after the blitz. And then double pass seemed good at the time. Good. Okay, makes the 15 is good, good. And double's okay. Yeah, double's okay. It's okay. 2-1, that's a tough play here. 6-3. Okay, it's funny, he wants to leave a shot, so as to be able to play safer later. But only if you make the right shot leaving play. Despite the 3 duplication, it wants to leave 12 shots and not 14 shots. Yeah, this type of duplication isn't really worth that much. Because, okay, so there's 3s to hit and 3s to cover. Ignoring stuff with like double ones and stuff. I think that just means there's like 1 extra hit and cover number after this play, like 2-3 hits and covers here as opposed to 3-3 hitting and covering here. So it's just like 1 difference in the number of hit and cover numbers, which isn't a big deal. It's better to save the 2 shots, Great shot here. Picks up 4-1. Okay, yeah, it does, yeah, this did look a little suspicious at the time to forgo the anchor and hit at a time when hitting isn't worth that much because of white's 2 anchors. So yeah, the computer just wants to lock up the nice structure. Better for the gammon is to hit. But yeah, this is going to win a ton more. Oh yeah, there might have been an opportunity for Dougie to try to win 8 this game. Let's see if he actually did miss a cube here. Not yet, not yet. It's not. Yeah, it's pretty bad to cube this. Wouldn't be the biggest error in the world. So probably it is going to be a cube after white jumps 1 checker. And then black dances. Oh, it's already a pass. Yeah, I probably would have taken this as black. But boy, how awesome would it be? I mean, you're down 0-1. You have a chance to win 8 by doubling the guy in, So I feel like I would have found the double for that reason. Let's look at what it is at like 0-0, like initial cube at 0-0. Let me just save this. Curious how much the scores are. I think the score is a pretty big factor here. Score and the fact that it's a redouble. So let's see, yeah. So it's still kind of a big double at 0-0, cube in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a big missed opportunity for Dougie there. And then he probably cashed something that was too good. So I missed a cube. Now he's too good. Correctly plays on, but then for some reason he cashes the next turn. When maybe he got a little worse. I don't know. Okay, good play by, I wouldn't have been sure about this, whether to make the 10 or make the 21. Brad correctly navigated this, apparently. Guess it's not under too much of an attack there. Maybe if you move 11 to 10, so the guy's under a little bit more attack, maybe you do make the 21 points. So the position I'm thinking of is So this is the match position, right? Where Brad correctly makes the 10. I'm wondering I'm wondering if I'm wondering if this actually go the other way. Because now if you enter on the 21 and just stay there with a one checker, you're getting hit with sixes, fours, and twos. Yeah, yes, that's swung at. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was doing it correctly. Like it looked like he played on for a roll correctly, right? And then he lost his nerve or something. Oh, maybe he's thinking like, oh, he has fewer shots now. He was thinking it was like a close call on whether to double or not. And now he did this. And now he has fewer shots at that guy. I don't know. Still a pretty big play on though. Okay, good shots. 6 yeah, this was the oversight. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I might have done. It's possible I would have done Brad's play also. So what's wrong with Dougie's 3-2 here? Yeah. What a big error for such an innocuous looking play. I mean, Dougie's play locks up a nice outfield asset. Gets everyone safe, you know. Wouldn't think it'd be this bad. It's not the greatest point because the 5 point is filled in already. The 11 point goes down in value when White has his 5 point made. Because normally those checkers are good for making the 5, but the 5's already made. So the computer's saying, okay, you're up in the race 17 pips. 11 points not worth all that much. Let's get that back guy going at a time when it's not super dangerous to do so. I'd like to think I would have found that, but I don't know. I might have jumped at the 11 point also, you know. And then, yeah, Brad's play I thought was okay at the time. I mean, apparently it's a little better just to lock up the 5 point, you know. But, you know, Brad's play upgrades the anchor, upgrades the 8 points to the 7 points. So I don't know. I might have tried that also. I don't know. The computer really loves that 5 point, though. Even when having to give up other points to make it. Yeah, this 4-2 was wrong, too. Yeah, once again, the computer thinks it's so important to get the backman going, that it forgoes like better structure on White's side of the board. Yeah, I don't know. It's possible I would have made Dougie's play there too. So 2-4. Yeah, up in the race, one checker back. Not too dangerous to step up with the 2. Very important to get that guy going, apparently. No, it doesn't like 6-6 also. Jeez. The computer wants to lock up this board, keep the midpoint. That's a tough play to see. 5-4 finally locks up the 5. Dougie tries to get going. Brad makes the points. Oh, wants to cube this. Oh, it must be a big pass. Next turn after hit dance. That's not that big. That surprised me a little bit. Like the computer wants to double this, somewhat surprisingly. I don't know. Match score has something to do with it, maybe. But he gets like Black gets this awesome sequence, and it's still not like a huge pass. It's just 1.1. Oh yeah, this is the 2-5-6-3 position, right? Yeah, the computer just sort of runs out. I mean, Dougie's play sort of looks nicely aggressive. Unstacks the heavy points and hits at a time when Black only has a 1 point board. The problem is you're hitting off kind of a crappy point and you're leaving a triple shot to do it. Like some 2s, all 3s, some 2s, and some 6s hit here. So it's too many shots, you know. So the computer just sort of runs. Oh, great shots. He plays on for a roll, fine, and then yeah, it's close whether it's too good or not. Okay, it's all normal so far. 5-5. Okay, so Dougie ran thinking he might get to cube next turn. Yeah, he's only up 12 pips though and doesn't have any structure. So the computer tries this blitzing approach pretty reasonably. Yeah, and get to cube this, or if he does, it's very marginal. You know, now it's getting a little closer, but the race still a take on the race alone, so he holds off. And then yeah, okay, good double, good pass. 5-4. Okay, once again, computer wants the 20 point and not the hits. Not the cheesy hits. Yeah, I'd probably lock up the 5 there, like the computer does. Yeah, so, I mean, either structure could be right. But in this type of position, I mean, it looks like there might be some hitting right away. Like white might hit black next turn. So I guess you want the inner board point in that case, and not like the blocking point. Should go double pass, and it does. Cheesy hits right. Yeah, I mean it's cheesy because like I don't know, you're foregoing the anchor to do it. And you're just hitting in your own outfield. Black does have the stronger board though. You know what? I think I probably would have made black's play here. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I mean, with the stronger board, I mean, I see that the anchor's pretty awesome, right? But the race is close. You got the stronger board. Anchoring doesn't seem all that imperative right away. It's not like you're getting attacked. Yeah, I'm a little surprised by the difference here. Huh. Right. Yeah, I can. That seems. Yeah, that matches what's in my head. Like it doesn't do like that much. Yeah, well, I might have made the same blunder though, to be honest. So the computer thinks black is an equity favorite after this play. Because he wins slightly under 50%, but he wins more gammons than whites. The computer thinks black's actually an underdog after this play. Three checkers back versus 2. Yeah, I don't know. This is bothering me a little bit. Here's right to hit, maybe? No. Boy, he really loves that 20 point. I don't know. This is a hole in my thinking. Here's a 3-3 game. Yeah, I guess it wants. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's because it's the hit. I guess it's because it's the hit in black's outfield that it's not worth that much. Okay, here it likes hitting. Here it likes hitting. I guess that's the key. That's why it's cheesy, because you're hitting in your own outfield. You're not gaining that much in the race when you do it. That's something to watch out for. Yeah, here's another hit or anchor play, basically. You know, you can either keep your anchor make a new good point, or you can give up your anchor to hit. Yeah, Deckage plays okay, leaving the checker there. He got rewarded by a bad hit here. So he gave up a tiny bit of equity to leave that checker there, it looks like. He gains big on some of Black's fours when he hits incorrectly. Pretty big. I don't think it was okay. Yeah, take is clearer than the double a little bit. Yeah, that's too many shots here. Hit spamming, huh? If you can hit hit when you can. Yeah. 13-7-8. Yeah, 13-7. That looked right to me at the time. 13-7-8 to 6. But, I think he played something a little loose here. Oh yeah, I would have played 24-20 here with the 4, getting that guy ready to spring, leaving fewer shots on white side of the board. But down in the race, I mean, I guess keeping the guy back is okay. Getting hit again isn't a big deal because you're already down so much in the race. Does pay dividends. He gets to go after him. Yeah, redouble take, but it double's close. Okay. Yeah, it's a little tricky due to the score, I guess, because white wins quite a few gammons. And if you double to 4 and win a gammon, you only get to use one of those extra points for a gammon. It's called overage, right? You get 4 extra points for a gammon, but you only win one of them. You only can use one of them after this goes double to 4 take. So winning a lot of gammons is sort of a reason not to double at this score. But still, the take pass is like close enough that the computer wants to cube it. It's like the closeness of the take is an argument for doubling. The gammons are an argument for not doubling. So there's sort of like a push and pull there. Yeah, but the take pass is close enough that swings it to a close double. It looks like tricky to find though. Here it doesn't like make it. Oh, now of course, yeah, it wants to hit here. That makes sense. Yeah, you can spread things out a little better. It's fine though. I probably would have done this or maybe not this. Is there something that slots both points? Yeah, I might have actually ended up doing this to be honest. Just because I think that black doesn't have many forced blot numbers. It might have 0 forced blot numbers. So I don't mind spreading out things, building the board greatly next turn. As opposed to making the 2 point now, maybe the 4 point is going to stay open. Like making the 2 point is good if you're going to be hitting next turn, but it just doesn't look like, I don't know, black's forced to leave a shot, you know? Yeah, I don't like this. I mean, if your only goal is not to be hit, you do Brad's play, clearing the tough 11 point, you know? But the race is so close that you're really doing white a favor by not blocking his 6s. Like 6-5, he's so happy to run with. If you do like this, for instance, running with 6-5 is a little dangerous. And there's other numbers. There's lots of other numbers like that. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, he wants to go. The computer wants to go after him here, despite the blot on the ace point, despite white's awesome position. So there might be some cubeful thing going on too. Yeah, that's funny. Computer wants to do this because he's I guess he can win some of the hits. I guess it is a little tough play to see against this awesome board. But I don't know. You can maybe see it if like you realize you're a pretty solid cubeful underdog here, whereas you can better argue you're closer to a cubeful favorite here, even if you realize you're an underdog. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, most people are probably getting this wrong, I would guess. And then Dougie cashes at some point. Should he have cashed? Yeah, he have huge past the roll before. Yeah, it was weird not doubling that the roll before. Yeah, this 3-2 seemed okay. Duplicates sixes, sort of upgrades the quality of the home fronts. You can also just do a normal looking thing, apparently. Great shot by Brad. Yeah, does want to split here with the ace. Fine. When double take, a little bit light, but not too bad. Okay, would have come in and hit here, although Brad's play of bar 22 is probably best. Now this looks to me like how you're supposed to play backgammon, although black's up in the race, so Brad and the computer just sort of concentrates on keeping the race lead and escaping the back checker. So I guess that makes sense thematically. Yeah, good play here with the 6-3, I thought. All plans are sort of bad, but hitting him has pretty good upside. You know, he's got the blot there. Probably, you know, if he dances, you're probably making a 4-point board right away. Does not work. Just out of curiosity, this 5-1, okay, it's close between going to the 14 points. We're stopping there, being a little bit more connected and duplicating threes. Okay, wants to minimize shots, I guess. All right, close here between keeping the mid and keeping the 8 and leaving a shot. 7-2. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if it leaves a shot without hitting, it wants to slot the awesome point, fill that in next turn and win. Maybe you get a cube on some numbers here, actually. It's a little hard seeing a cube after this play, maybe, even after getting missed. So you fill in that point again. 5-5, no double take here. Okay, so this is where the oh no, I'm sorry, he probably doesn't. He might not have a cube the other way because this is the score. This is where the take point's like 11%. Because Dougie doubles to 4, Brad can pass and go to 1 away, 6 away. Where I think XG has Brad at like 11% there. Or he can take, redouble, and play for the match. So that means his take points like exactly what XG thinks the winning chances is from 1 away, 6 away Crawford, which I believe is 11% or 10%. It used to be 10%. Now it's now it's 11, a little higher than 11. So I guess he shouldn't cube here. So in 16% here before the 5 point is filled in. Okay, this would be a good double take apparently. 12%. It's a little hard to find this. A little tough to find this at the score. You gotta kind of pinpoint it, you know. You gotta. Okay, he has a take, but he's right at like 12% or something. 12, 13%. Right. Yeah, the old match equity table people used to use back in the early 2000s or whatever. It's called the Woolsey-Heinrich table. It wasn't done using computer rollouts. It was done using mathematics and some like live player results that they had stored up. But it used the problem with it was compared to modern match equity tables that are determined more, at least I think maybe entirely by rollouts, but if not entirely by rollouts, at least mostly by rollouts. The difference was that the old match equity table assumed a lower gammon rate than actually happens when a computer plays against a computer, you know. And so you can come. So Brad, for instance, can come back from 1 away, 6 away more often than people used to think, because there's more gammons for Brad when he passes this. So that's why it changed from like 10% to 11%. Um, and you see bigger effect at like more lopsided scores, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, if the take pass is sort of unclear here, maybe you can find the double. Like if you think, all right, maybe he has 12, maybe he has 11%, but it's not that clear. And then Dougie makes some progress and then finds a good cube. Although apparently the checker play is bad. Wants to leave 4 shots here. Oh no, he didn't cube. He didn't cube right away. Somehow, I don't know. Somehow, White got worse. Maybe get worse builders, I guess. But he still thinks it's close enough that it's a double. And then finally, he gets 3 builders again, and he's not so far down in the race, so it goes double pass. Fine. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't. I mean, 11%. I wouldn't have been sure about. I wouldn't have been sure about the take pass here. Like it's possible I would have taken this. Okay, so yeah, Brad's play I think is good at maybe for money. It's okay at least for money. But yeah, this score where gammons only go one way, the computer does want to take more of a building approach. That does win. So this does win more gammons. All right, hits and picks up. Makes the awesome 5 point. He's playing on for a gammon here. Nice hit there. Nice hit there. I probably would have made the 18 with the 3-3, but no. Computer likes Brad's play. I guess it gets off the 1-1. No, I'm sorry. Does it get off a 4-4? Oh no, it's just another builder for the 4. No, the Brad's play makes a lot of sense. Yeah, no, I actually would have done Brad's play. Come to think of it, right? Okay, so you switch, you split to get the backman moving, and then you have one more. Or during the match, I said I'd probably make the 18, but I didn't see that 13 to 10 actually gets another builder for the 4 points. So that's of course a big import. Yeah, good builders. Gets the closeout. Yeah, 9-4 should be safest, I think. Over 8-3. This is pretty tiny, but I'm wondering why this looks to be a little less safe based on the numbers than say this. So if you know you're rolling 6-6, for instance, you do like this position over this position because you roll 6-6 here. You're going to be left with a few blot numbers, which is not true after the other plays. So, I mean, 6-6 is just one number, but I think it tends to be indicative of a little bit of shoddiness in the position if 6-6 doesn't play well. Yeah, something to watch out for. I mean, this play does win slightly more backgammons probably. So for doubled money, it's not bad. Although actually, this play wins more. This play wins the most backgammons apparently. Huh. I would have done what Brad did though. There might be some other numbers in there also besides 6-6. Yeah, and here, so Brad, so his backgammons don't really help Brad, and he has the gammons pretty well locked up. I mean, the main consideration, by a big margin, anyways, is whether to play safe or not. So you can leave zero blot numbers and do this, so that's safe, right? But the problem is one's to play bad, especially like 6-1, 5-1. You can do this. You leave two blot numbers right away, 6-5. But all your numbers kind of clean up nicely. Like aces, 6-1 plays fine, for instance. Um, so yeah, so this comes up because I mean, at the scores like this and like just pure double match points, 6-6 in a 7-point match, you do want to find plays like this because it comes up fairly frequently, I'd say, where you pay like two blot numbers right away, but you get sort of long term flexibility. Yeah, you see what happens. Okay, now he has like seven blot numbers right away. And he might not clear the 6 next turn, or he might clear it with the 6-5 and have a bunch of blot numbers on the next roll. So you alleviate a lot of that stuff by doing this right away. Yeah, Brad rolls well enough. And then is this the last game? Yeah, we kind of went over most of this. I won't torture. If Brad watches this later, I won't torture him by going over it again. But yeah, pretty interesting match. Just to make Brad feel better, we can look at my blunders from my game with Dougie. Like I made some pretty bad ones, and like I exacerbated it with a bad cube. Like I made a bad checker play, and then I exacerbated it right away with a bad cube action based on the bad checker play. I mean, the overall match wasn't too bad. Played a 3.7. But yeah, the first game was horrible. Like, look at my PR from the first game, 2028. Oof. But yeah, here's my problem. I have a 4-2 here. White's edge is so big that I kind of know I'm getting cubed after any play. At least I think I'm getting cubed after any play. With the checker play, I should have thought about what play am I happiest to take after next roll, because I know the cube's coming. So I do this. I mean, he's up on the bar. He only has a direct deuce shot at me. He can't really attack me on the other side of the board since he's up on the bar. Seems like this is like a pretty clear take. Even if I am getting double, which isn't 100% here with white up on the bar. But I think I would find the take pretty easily here. Instead of doing this pretty safe thing when I know white wants to attack me, I do this, not misplacing a check on my board, but letting white just swing away like crazy. And then, I mean, he correctly doubles me, like I knew he was gonna. And like, I'm thinking, oh my God, he's got like 11 checkers there. I got nothing on my side of the board. I'm getting blown away. But, on the other hand, it's only a 2-point board and I'm not up on the bar yet. And I have no other blots in my outfield. So I survived this enough to take, and I exacerbate the problem by passing, So I make these like two horrible plays right in a row, ruining the first game. And I think I played well in the other games, but boy, kind of started on a bad foot here. I think the other games I played perfectly. I might have played perfectly the other games, but they weren't that hard. Yeah, I played must have made one mistake this game. 6-4 here is a mistake, really? Who wants to run? What's going on here? Oh no, I did run with. Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is the original position. Okay, so I pop out with the 6. Oh no, I pop out with the 4 and then get a double cover for the 5. Now at the score, I pay a ton to being gammon, but I don't pay at all to being backgammon with Dougie owning a 2 cube. So what's wrong with my play? So what does the computer want to do? Oh, the computer wants to jump out and slot the 6 right away, which it says wins more and gets gammon less. I don't really see why. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm going to cover one of these eventually. I'm going to cover this eventually too. Is the point like here I cover one of these eventually and I have the other point slotted right away? Yeah, I don't know. Or it's thinking, maybe it's just thinking about the gammon save. Not, it wants to cover the 6 point and not the 5 so as not to waste a pip later. Or maybe both are factors. Yeah, it's for a real error. Yeah, both for the win and for the gammon. All right. Well, okay. That was interesting. Well, it was kind of fun commentating the matches. Really wish I could win one of these, or at least even get to the finals in one of these. I've been kind of sucking wind lately. Oh, actually, there's one more thing we can do now that I think about it. We can take a look at the daily puzzle on Backgammon Hub, which I've not looked at yet. So what is going on here? Okay, so it's quite a money-like score. Recube or the question is recube or not. Yes, this is not a recube, I think. Yeah, it's a pretty exciting match, sort of back and forth there. Yeah, so okay, so White's job is to contain this back checker. He's like, he wants to make, he needs a 5 prime or a little better yet, a 6 prime to do it. But he's pretty far away from both of those things. And he hasn't hit that checker yet, you know? So he's got a few misses here, I'm sure. He basically loses the misses. I mean, Black can probably redouble right away, or maybe even, I guess probably redouble right away. I was thinking, oh, maybe plan for the gammon, but no, I don't think he wins enough gammons there on a miss. Like, say he goes hit dance. Say 5-1 dance, right? I mean, maybe that's a pass, maybe that's not a pass. I don't know. But like that's like a tremendous sequence for White. So if that's still like a little unclear, then like how can you double this, you know? Meanwhile, he might miss or he could hit and Black could enter with a good number. So yeah, this is not a cube. Yeah, it's not a cube. Yeah, it's not crazy, I guess. 161. It might actually be closer on a rollout, actually. Let's actually swap the board. This is the plus eval. Yeah, plus eval is yeah, no, this is going to be stronger on a rollout. It's going to be, in other words, it's going to be closer to a redouble. But probably not a redouble. Yeah, actually it surprises me that it's like a little close. Let's roll it out a little more. Yeah, this is the type of, so this is a containment position. In other words, like Black hit a last ditch shot and he's trying to just contain this one last checker. The computers kind of stink at these positions. You got to kind of roll them out to get like a better result. Like the rollout tends to be quite different than the than like a low level of like a 2-ply evaluation or something. So I mean the rollout's maybe a little suspect too because it doesn't really understand the cube actions very well. Say after it like doesn't double this turn, it's going to miss some doubles later on. Yeah, yeah. I think I've seen similar stuff there. Like there's like about like ELO ratings, right? Like ELO ratings have this direct link between like ELO difference and winning chances. I know there's a way you can translate between PR and ELO. I think I helped someone do that at one point. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just haven't been doing anything lately in these weekly tournaments. I might even miss like we have a playoff at the end where top 4 players make the playoffs, and there's only like 7 or 8 regular players, so I feel like I should be able to make the playoffs. I know I'm probably not doing that well in the points race now, and I might actually stop playing because I might be doing something Wednesday nights coming up in the spring, but I don't know yet. There's a good chance I won't make the playoffs this year. You know, yeah, I've seen someone chart winning chances based on PR differences before. It might be a good thing. Might be a good thing to look at. And the way he did it, I sent him. I sent him. I think I sent him information on how to translate between ELO and PR. And then, given that ELO and winning chances is well documented, you can then graph PR versus winning chances pretty easily, given a match length. Yeah, so I think that's what he ended up doing. It's like this is like a 2+2 backgammon forum. I think he posted some stuff to the backgammon forum there, so you can probably find it if you search. I post on there as Z sometimes. But anyways, I'm actually going to sign off now. But yeah, thanks for chatting, guys. This was fun. I hope you got something out of it. And yeah, we'll see you next time.